Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Ron Tremblay. How are you today, Ron?
Really good, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good. We actually received a comment on our website today. It said, can you or someone else reading this reply comment briefly and explain the transaction taking place at Levant? So let's start there.
Okay. Well, I know it's a little complicated for a lot of people. It's out of the box, but that's how people get rich, is by doing deals that are out of the box instead of doing the same thing as everyone else. We determined that the market was not very favorable for mining projects at the moment, and we'd been looking and looking and looking at various mining projects to expand our company, or look at other opportunities out there. And through all of my hard work out on the road, I finally ran into some people that are very exciting and very wealthy and involved in the biotech space. And we made an investment in one of their companies, mining companies, Pershing Gold. And through that investment, afterwards, they said to me, well, they wanted to merge the two originally, but then we decided that we didn't want to do that. So we ended up doing a private placement into Pershing, which is turning out well for us. But then they said, would you consider thinking about spinning off the mining assets and getting involved in a biotech deal? And I said, I'll take a look at it. Why not? So anyways, after many months of looking at various different things, we decided that we liked the CIVAC deal and decided that we could create a lot of shareholder value. And at the time, we were trading at 20 cents roughly, which was about cash value, or right around cash value. So obviously we weren't getting any value for our mining assets. So we were looking at how we can create value for our shareholders. Of course, I'm the largest shareholder, was the largest shareholder, I don't know anymore. But so obviously, it's in my best interest, along with everybody else's best interest, to see something happen. So after much work and spending a lot of time and a lot of lawyers, a lot of legal, a lot of research, a lot of studying, and a lot of due diligence, we finally decided through our board of directors and our special committee to go ahead and do the deal. And it was a long, involved process, a lot longer than I anticipated. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to work out real well for everyone. So we're very excited about it. And we're up and trading now under the two companies. And we're trading at about a 20% premium of what we closed at yesterday. So I think that's a pretty good indication that the market likes what we're doing. And I've certainly had a lot of calls and emails from shareholders that are happy with what we're doing. So we're excited about it. And this is just the beginning.
Okay, so this is just the beginning, and we now have two companies. We have Levant Resources and CIVAC Therapeutics Limited. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, they're both trading?
Yeah, they're both trading. They're both trading on the TSX. And CIVAC also is trading on the OTCQX. They picked up our OTCQX listing, and we've applied to also trade on the OTCQX. There's usually a 40-day waiting period, but we think we can probably speed that up. And we're doing all our filings in the U.S., and I expect both companies, both CIVAC and Levant, over the next few months to be probably trading on NASDAQ as well. So we're raising the profile of both companies.
This is obviously very exciting for all your shareholders. With regards to CIVAC, what position are you going to hold, Ron? Because I was looking online, and these are some of the little questions that I know the investors out there are curious about.
Well, I'm going to, since I know nothing about biotech, I'm just going to stay in the background, be a major shareholder, and support these guys in any way where they need any help. When it comes to the actual operating of their company, I think they're quite capable of operating it. But we're certainly going to be there in a backup position to help them through the transition of the Canadian market and supporting the Canadian market, and we'll be looking at doing other things down the road as well. So.
Will you maintain the position that you currently have with Levant, or what are you planning on doing with that?
I'm going to keep the position I have in Lavon, and we're looking at some other opportunities for Lavon. So now I have, three other major shareholders, being the, OPCO and their group, Dr. Frost, Barry Honig, and Michael Browser, all have substantial positions in the SpinCo now, the new Lavon. So there's probably, between the four of us, we probably own about, I would say, somewhere in the neighborhood of 40% of the new Lavon shares. So, and then we have a lot of good shareholders that are either own good positions or are also accumulating positions. You can see today we're trading good volume. I think we've traded about 1.2 million today so far in New Lavon. So we have a good following in New Lavon, and we expect to see some exciting things happening down the road there as well.
So with the SciVac, can you tell me, can you tell our audience a little bit more about the SciVac story? Because, previously this was a private company that has now gone public.
Right. They've been planning on going public for a while. And Dr. Frost and through OPCO own about 45% of the company. They've been funding it privately, and they felt that it's ready to go public now. They think that the FDA approval will be forthcoming in the next year or two, and they have, they're going to be opening up markets in various other places of the world. So India, China. There's a lot of areas where there's a big market for the Sci-B vaccine, and they also have the DNAs, which has a wide range of applications. It's been used in cystic fibrosis for a long time, and outside of cystic fibrosis, they found an awful lot of other potential uses for it, and they think it could be very, very helpful in maybe acquired immune disease and several other very important diseases that are affecting wide populations. So it's an exciting, it has exciting potential, and they're going to be moving forward on exploring that. And they're doing a number of tests in a lot of different areas right now that could be very, very exciting for the company. And they're not just going to be stopping there. I think they'll continue and start to grow the company as well, with probably other acquisitions and adding, continue to build the team. And they have some pretty big plans for the company. I know that.
Well, I know when you picked it up, it was described with their flagship product being the only commercially available third-generation hepatitis B vaccine in the world. How large is that market just alone?
I expect that's over $1 billion a year. I think it's going to be that alone is going to be a big market. I mean, they've been just pretty much mostly. I think they took over about half the market in Israel. It's an Israeli company, and I think they took over within 2 years about 50% of the vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine market in Israel. So we know it's an important vaccine. We know that it's far superior to anything else out there, and we think that one of the things that attracted me to the deal was the fact that we believe over time it'll be a takeover candidate by a major pharmaceutical. And as you know, there's a lot of M&A activity in that arena. So, and especially with Dr. Frost at the head of it, that he's made some pretty big and exciting moves over the last several years. He sold his last company for $7.6 billion to Teva Pharmaceuticals and became the chairman of Teva, which is the largest generic drug company in the world. And right now he's building OPCO, and he just announced a large deal with one of the largest testing companies in the United States, consequently the world. So that's merging with OPCO as well. So there's a lot of things going on, and it'll be very helpful for our shareholders and very helpful for SciVac.
Well, I think a lot of things going on is definitely the understatement of the year here. It sounds like an amazing deal, and we look forward to interviewing Dr. Frost. With regards to Levon Resources, will you be staying on your M&A path in the resource sector, Ron, or what are you planning for Levon?
Well, we're looking at other opportunities. In fact, I'm flying to Miami on Thursday, and we're looking at some other opportunities for with our team there for other opportunities. So I'm excited about the potential, and I'm excited about the future for Levon, new Levon. I think it's going to be really, really exciting. I have a big position, and like I said, we have a group of people with big positions in it, and we want to build this company as well. So I think stay tuned.
Well, you heard it here first at Investor Intel. Ron, thank you so much for joining us today. I am genuinely excited for you and all the shareholders for both companies.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Appreciate it.